What is up, guys? It's Brandon from Tattooing 101, and we're back with another video. Today, I'll be making the ultimate setup for $700. This is going to be a mid-range setup that if you're getting into tattooing, you'll be able to hit the ground running and be able to do awesome tattoos with. Now, if you're first starting, you don't want to throw in a ton of money into tattooing if you don't absolutely know it's what you want to do for a career. So I already did a video explaining a $300 setup. This is going to be if you're tattooing on fake skins and just trying to figure out if it's something you want to do or just it being a hobby. This setup is going to be exclusively for people that know they want to get into tattooing and to be able to get a little bit better quality equipment so that you'll be able to tattoo effectively on clients and be able to make money doing your craft. And as a bonus in the video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I like to use during the tattoo process instead of Vaseline. It's something that's an absolute game changer that's going to help you guys out if you're first starting and don't really know what to get. So first off, let's talk about tattoo inks. So when it comes to tattoo ink, there's a lot of different things that go into what you should get. Don't get anything off Amazon. Stick with Eternal, Fusion, Solid, and there's a couple other reputable brands out there. Ones to stay away from is pretty much anything on Amazon. They're all going to be fakes and they're not going to be what you think that they are. Now, with black ink, Dynamic's the way to go. It is the industry standard. That's what every tattoo artist I know is using. It works great. I've used it my whole career, never had any issues with it at all. So I highly recommend you pick up Dynamic Black. And there are quite a bit of reputable brands out there besides Dynamic. Dynamic is just my favorite. So for this setup, because of our price range, we're not going to get into colored inks, things like that, because they could run upwards to $900 if you want to get all the colors. So obviously with that would be our price range right there. So we're going to stick with getting Dynamic. You could get it for about 20 bucks and be able to make a career tattooing black and gray without any issue. Tattoo needles, the ones that I would stick with if you're first starting out is 7-round liners, so 12 gauge 7-round liner, 12 gauge 9-round liner, 12 gauge 11-round liner. So we'll do 3 boxes of them. It's going to be about $20 each, so that's going to be $60. So on top of our Dynamic, we are at $80. And then you'll get 12 gauge 15 curve mags and 12 gauge 23 curve mags. Those are the main ones that I use. So we'll add another $40 onto it. So we are at $120. And what brands to get? So I like Bishop's brand of cartridges. Easy Tattoo Supply has really good cartridges that are very cost effective. You know, they're a little bit cheaper on the spectrum of cartridges and they work well. So that's another one I would get if you are first starting out messing around and don't want to put a ton of money into cartridges. My favorite by far is going to be Black Claw cartridges. I do a lot of traditional and they are just the best for that style. I like them a lot, but that's another brand to try out. Power supply. So there's a couple different ways you could go with this. You could go with the traditional style power supply where you have the RCA cord, or the newer style to where they are just a battery pack. I'm going to tell you to go with the battery pack because it's a lot less things that you need to pick up. You don't have to get clip cord covers, you don't have to get an RCA cord, you don't have to get the power supply base. If you were wanting to go that route, check out Critical. I've used their stuff my whole career, so 14 years. Still have my original Critical that I started out tattooing with and it still works to this day. So that is a good expression of how the brand is. It works really well, lasts forever. But I would go with the Critical battery packs. You could pick them up for about $150, and whatever your machine is, RCA jack, or like the Bishop wands, they have special ones for that. But for this, the tattoo machine I'm going to tell you guys to go with is going to be RCA hookup. So get one of those and it'll be about 150 bucks. So I hope you liked all these recommendations so far, and I'd like to know if you have any other brands you'd like to see me recommend or even do a review on and let you know how I feel about them. Make sure you leave a comment down below so I can check them out and be able to get back to you guys with that. Also in the meantime, don't forget to check out our Artist Accelerator program so you will be able to become a professional tattoo artist with your brand new setup. Inside the Artist Accelerator program, we have over 500 videos. You'll be taught everything you need to know from to start out with all the fundamentals and be able to grow into a professional tattoo artist through the program. So I'll make sure I'll leave a link down below this video to check that out. Now for the fun one. This is going to be the workhorse of your tattooing, that's going to be the machine. So right here is going to cost quite a bit of money. I'm going to pick a machine that's going to hold up through time and something that you're going to be able to tattoo effectively. So that's going to be the Inkjecta. You could get the Inkjecta Flight Nano for right around $400 to $500, depending on if they're on sale, things like that. And it's a really great machine. I've used them for about 7 years of my career and still do pull mine out and tattoo with it. So they work really well. You could change out the cams and the tensioning bars to be able to fit for any style that you want to get into with tattooing. So you could just change those out if you're doing realism, put it at a 3-stroke, or if you're wanting to get more into neo-traditional or traditional and you have to have a big liner, you could put it up to 4-stroke and be able to push those really thick liners. So it's a really well versatile machine that works really good, and it's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg to get. It is a little bit more expensive, but you're gonna have to buy this one time and it's going to last forever while you're tattooing. So now we're gonna go over all the things you're going to need. All of your bottle bags, you're going to need bottles for your distilled water, witch hazel, alcohol, and Maticide. Maticide is going to be super important. You could get a bottle of it for about $20, and that's going to be the thing that sanitizes your tattooing area. Make sure you read the back. You need to let it sit for whatever the back tells you. You know, there's Cavicide, Maticide, they all work differently. So make sure you read the directions on the back and follow them so you're keeping everything sanitary whenever you are tattooing. Next, you're going to need machine bags, which you could also get for about $20, and then ink caps. Ink caps, you could get a ton of them very cheap. You don't have to go with the most expensive ones. They all do the same thing. You're going to throw them out at the end, just like razors, paper towels, all of those things. So now that we've went through all of the things you're going to need to tattoo, we're gonna be going over the game changer that I use on every tattoo that helps me out a ton. And that is going to be Green Glide. Now they have Green Glide, Purple Glide, Pink Glide, Orange Glide for October. It's like a special set. So they have a couple different kinds and they have different scents. And this is, I believe, one of the biggest things that I need when I'm tattooing. And I say that because Vaseline will clog your cartridges, make a really hard time. We've used Vaseline in tattooing forever, and it was definitely time for a change. You could only use a little bit. It'll run down your hand after your hand gets hot, because I like to keep it on my glove right here so I could just, you know, wipe whenever I'm tattooing. And this stuff stays put. A couple other brands out there I've used and it starts to slide, and I really can't stand that. So this is the thing that I would buy if you're tattooing on clients. I also use it on fake skin, it works great, but Vaseline's a little bit cheaper. But Vaseline is going to clog your cartridges. So you could get a bottle of this for about $20 and it lasts a really long time. So if you're still using Vaseline, this is going to be a game changer for you. Pick this up, and I'm by no means sponsored by this company at all. I'm just telling you my personal opinion. I have bought this, it was not given to me, and I love it. I've tried pretty much everything out there on the market, but this is what works best for me and the way that I tattoo. So that'll be the last thing on the list to check out. And that is everything for the best tattoo setup for around $700. Make sure you look back, because I'm going to be doing a review for $1,000 plus. That's going to go over all of the things that I use to this day and everything I run on a daily basis. Of if you're a professional tattoo artist and money wasn't an issue, what would you want to buy? So I'm gonna go over all of those things so you'll be able to know whenever it's time to upgrade and you're actually making money tattooing. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me so you'll be able to watch and follow more content just like this. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.